Hey there YouTube, Tiki here. Today I'm going to do another book haul here about Amish people, but this is the books in the 3 to 5 books in the series of the Daughters of the Promise series by Beth Wiseman. So I'm not going to read the synopsis for this. Next up is Fever 1793 by Roy Haltz Anderson. Is Dark Witch. This is book 1 of the Cousins of Duerr trilogy by Nora Roberts. The synopsis for this says, within different parents, Ona, Sheehan grew up craving devotion and acceptance. From her maternal grandmother, she learned where to find both. The lush forests, dazzling lakes, and centuries of old legends. Ireland. County Mayo, to be exact, where her ancestors' blood and magic have flowed through generations and where her destiny awaits. Iona arrives in Ireland with nothing but her nan's directions and unfailingly optimistic attitude. An innate talent with horses not far from the luxurious castle where she is spending a week. She finds her cousins Brenna and Connor O'Dwyer. And since family is family, they invite her into their home and their lives. When Iowa lands a job at the local stables, she meets the owner, Boyle McGrath. Cowboy, pirate, wild tribal horseman. He's 3 of the biggest fantasy weaknesses, all in big one bold package. Iowa realizes that here she can make a home for herself and live her life as she wants, even if that means falling head over heels for Boyle. But nothing is as it seems. An ancient evil has wound its way around Iowa's family tree and must be defeated. Family and friends will fight with each other and each other to keep the promise of hope and love alive. These pages are kind of like, every other page is kind of like, I don't know, perforated or whatever. Not perforated, but kind of wonky pages, which is cool. Next book is Waiting for You by Susan Kolestein, or Kolestani. This is just a standalone book. So on here it says, how long can you wait for true love? On the back here, Marissa is ready for a fresh start, and hopefully her first real boyfriend. Could it be popular dreamy Drake or geeky Nash, who just might have a crush on her? Then there's the underground anonymous DJ, who podcasts are the hottest thing at school and who seems to totally understand Marissa. She doesn't know who he is, or does she? Book is the second book in the Gorman Strikes series by Robert Galbraith. So this is the second book from the Cuckoo's Calling. This is the Silkworm. My Cuckoo's Calling book though is in hardcover, so that's a shame, but what can you do? So most of you don't know, this is the author. She's the same person as J.K. Rowling, so I won't read the synopsis since it's the second book. If you want to hear this first book in the series, the synopsis, I think I read it in my previous videos. Next up is the Shadowfall series by C.C. Hunter. I have 2 books. Awake at Dawn is the second book in the series, and Whispers at Moonrise is the 4th book in the series. So I won't read the synopsis for those. Next up is Cold Magic by Kate Elliott. This is the first book in the Spirit Walker series. So I'll read the synopsis on this. It is the dawn of a new age. The industrial revolution has begun. Factories are springing up across the country, and new technology are transforming the cities. The old ways do not die easy. Can be a part of this revolution. Young women at college learning of the science that will shape their future, and arrogant of the magics that rule their families. But all of that will change when cold mages come for Cat. New dangers lurk around every corner, and hidden threats menace her way every move. If blood can't be trusted, who can you trust? Down here, when science and magic collide, is it the innocent who will die? Up is The Labyrinth by Kate Moss. This is the first book in the Linguini Doc series. It just sounded interesting, but what it says, since it's the first book in the series. And in this extraordinary thriller, rich in the atmosphere of medieval and contemporary France, the lives of 2 women born centuries apart are linked by a common destiny. July 2005. In the Pyrenees Mountains near Cassino, Alice Tanner, a volunteer at an archaeological dig, stumbles into a cave and makes a startling discovery. Two crumbling skeletons, strange writings on the walls, and a pattern of a labyrinth. Between the 2 skeletons, a stone ring and a small leather bag. Too late, Alice realizes that she has set in motion of a terrifying sequence of events, that her destiny is inseparably tied up with the fate of those called heretics 800 years before. July 1209. On the eve of a brutal crusade sent by the Pope to stamp out heresy, or however you pronounce that, a crusade that will rip apart southern France. 17-year-old Alice is given a ring and a mysterious book for safekeeping by her father as he leaves to fight the Crusaders. The book, he says, contains the secret of the true Grail, and the ring inscribed with a labyrinth will identify a guardian of the Grail. As crusading armies led by church potentates and nobles of northern France gather outside the walls of Carcassonne, it will take great sacrifice to keep the secret of the labyrinth, a secret that has been guarded for thousands of years. So yeah, Fire Touched by Patricia Briggs. This is the 9th book in the series, so I won't read the synopsis for that one. This book can actually go either way, because it could be part of the Alpha Omega series. So if you go by the Alpha Omega series, it would go with the 13th book. So I'm just gonna go with the Mercy Thompson series, which is the 9th book. So yeah, there's that one. The last two is the first one of the last two is Miss Pettigrew's Home for Peculiar Children. I found this one at my pretty brand new, no bent pages, no nothing. So yeah, I'm not gonna read the synopsis for this because you guys probably already heard it 1,000 times from other booktubers. And our last book of the thrift store haul, the Summer of I Turned Pretty trilogy. So it comes with I Turned Pretty, then It's Summer, It's Not Summer Without You, and then We'll Always Have Summer. This is also by Jenny Han. So on the back it says, Belly has always lived for the summertime because it means all of her favorite things: swimming, the beach, and the Fisher boys, Conrad and Jeremiah. She has spent every summer of her life with them at Cousin's Beach. All the while, Belly has loved Conrad from afar until finally one fateful summer it seems like he might feel something for her too. But it turns out so does Jeremiah. As summer goes on, Belly must choose between the two brothers and face the inevitable. She will have to break one of their hearts. So yeah, that's it. Tiki out.